Hey guys, welcome to another one of Lorenzo's games. However, it is like Blood Bowl, but it's not the same. It's Dungeon Bowl. Dungeon Bowl being the new version of Blood Bowl to sort of come out. It's 10 quid on Steam, but it's pretty good fun if you like Blood Bowl and you want something a little different. I am playing as basically here's how it works. There's 3 races this time. Or 3 teams, as it were. I can't remember what they're called. I think Rainbow College, Bright College, and some other college of wizards. And these wizards are having a Blood Bowl game of first one to score the touchdown in a dungeon, as you can see on this sort of pitch here, which is yeah, sort of lava and stuff. Now, what's interesting about these 3 races is they are not just one race, they're a mix. There's Rainbow is made of mostly wood elves. You get 0 to 16 wood elves on your team. Then I think 2 humans and then the rest halflings. And you can take anyone from those teams. So you can potentially have 3 treemen and an ogre on that one. So that's quite fun. Right, now I'm selecting what I want to do here. So, let's have a quick look. We need to look at the dungeon first. Okay, but I'll explain dungeons and stuff, but that's sort of irrelevant at the moment. The aim is to get your player down to the other end. Good luck, have fun. Now, he's brought a treeman. I don't really like treemen because as soon as they take root, obviously they're not going to be standing on a line or in contact with anyone. So you start off in this end zone with 6 players. And we'll put down... What I've gone for here is a frenzy team. So I've got 2 berserkers who I place on the start. 2 troll slayers. Because I'm playing as the Bright College. And that'll do for now. I've got an ogre as well. This is the thing, I don't understand how the turns are decided. Oh, I've just placed my players. He's placing his. So here's Rainbow College, which means he's got 3 treemen on top of the treemen. I think no, this is his entire team. Yeah, he's got, as you can see, he's got 4 big guys, which is impressive. However, they need to be useful, and it should be interesting to see how this one works. Now, it could be a bit of a difficult one because 3 of these treemen are stand firm, but this frenzy team is well, to understand my choice of team, you need to understand more what the dungeons are. Now, the dungeons vary. The aim of the game is to find the ball, then score with it. And the ball is hidden in one of 6 chests. Now, you don't know which chest is going to contain the ball, which is the fun part. So, so he started his turn. Right, so every turn you can either teleport a player in. I'll explain the chest. One of these chests contains the ball, the others explode when you look into them, causing you to suffer a turnover. Now, he's got 2 halflings, a blitzer, a catcher, and these tree men who are going to move extremely slowly. However, in this map, they're going to actually just be able to block my way, which is going to be a real problem. So I'm going to have to find out a way of getting through there. Now, it would be a completely valid tactic for him to just leave his players here. If they all take root here, I'd have trouble getting through this line. I'd have to make some serious 2-die uphill blocks to try and get through them. Okay, so he's making lots of go for it, which is interesting. He's got bait. Okay, so also it's so difficult trying to explain this while trying to analyze. Well, it's not so difficult. I'm just rusty. Right. So I'm new to Dungeon Bowl as well, may I add. Now, what you have here are teleporters. Teleporters are good fun. Okay, there you go. He opened the chest. He exploded. Broke his armor. He's stunned. Right. So I'm much more of a mobile team, so I want to use that back. Now, I've got this ogre, which won't stand up to any of his tree men, but it will stand up to most of our players. And as you can see, we can just put all our players forward. I'm sort of hoping to just gain superiority in numbers at the moment, but we'll see how that plays out. There's nothing I can really do except move all my people forward from this point. This is the starting position. And one thing I can be sure of is I have a lot more block than he does, so that's good. Right, so yeah, we know that this chest did not contain the ball, so that leaves 5 more. Now we have teleporters, which I'm going to use which you can use with your players. These are my reserve, by the way. These are the players I haven't put in the dungeon, and I can warp them to dungeon. They will appear any teleporter I care for. Or sorry, not I care for, any random teleporter. Now teleporters are slightly dangerous because if you move a player from the dungeon into a teleporter, he could teleport somewhere else. He could be warped out of existence. He could, which basically means he's out for the rest of the match. And I think that's called like losing, lost in space or something. You could also land on the teleport and land on another player who's sitting on teleport, possibly injuring him, stunning him, whatever. Or he could just go through the teleport and get injured himself on the land. So it is a bit of an odd one. I'll get on that. Now, I've got nothing else to do, so I'm going to open this chest. It's me. But it doesn't do too much. It just stuns me until next turn. So that's 2 chests, that's 6 that we've explored. That leaves 1, 2, 3 on this side and 1 on this side. So it would make sense in probabilities terms to start charging off this way. Now, an issue I'm going to have, or rather not an issue that I'm going to have, but an issue that could happen is that the bug is this game is still pretty buggy, and so he could sort of ruin me a little bit by excessively fouling. And whereas normally, and I think in these rules, you're still supposed to foul, but if you foul, it's like in Blood Bowl, the referee can send you off on a double. However, they do not get sent off in this game, which is a bit of a pain. Now, tactics with Dungeonbowl, there's several. You can obviously, like, this player's got Treeman just sat on his line, which is perfectly valid. He's not going to get the ball, do it with any of them, or even really cause any injuries, but he may cause me a bit of a pain. I mean, it'd be nice if I had a War Dancer or something, but I don't. My best option would be to try and blitz with an Ogre, and just try and get through one side. Anyway, so let's just put the pressure on. Now, I don't want to put this player too close to this lava, because if your players fall into lava traps, pit traps, they get taken away immediately. Now, I'm going to leave Berserker this side, because Berserkers are fun when they're strong, and he'll be able to take a lot of things. I'm going to bring in a new player, who we'll call my catcher in, because like that. It's quite good. When they get teleported in, they can't blitz. That's one thing. We'll push forward the Ogre a bit more. And obviously the Ogre can roll Bonehead, and people say, why, mostly bring Death Rollers. But I don't like the idea of Death Roll because it's a secret weapon, so I think we should fix it up a little bit, because along with the fact that it has Dirty Player and... yeah, it has Dirty Player and... a fouling, with the fouling rule, it means that it can just basically foul if it's not blitzing, and it won't get sent off, which is a bit of a rubbish rule. I don't think secret way. It'd be like letting a goblin with a chainsaw come into this, because he wouldn't get sent off ever. So it seems really sort of pointless. I don't want to leave either flank too weak. So I'm going to let him see if he wants to explore the ball this side. I'm not really too bothered about that. And I'm going to try and explore this chest with the Troll Slayer. Now this could be disastrous if it blows up my Troll Slayer, but the Troll Slayer's got higher armor. Or I could find the ball, which is really good. So I found the ball. No point opening any of these other chests. There's no there's no advantage to it. Now I've got a lot more players out on the field. Now, I don't know whether he would... If I were him, I'd be kind of tempted to try and make a push into the lava, just because one of my main tactics... Oh, there you go. Blitzed in his ogre. Just landed right next to my ogre. So that's good, in a sort of weird way. Because my ogre should be able to get a good hit on him with the Troll Slayer's help. Now, you don't... The problem with Frenzy, all these Frenzy players, is that if I Frenzy into a teleport, I'm going to get teleported. I could also Frenzy into a position where I could be pushed into lava. Of course, lava's not so much of a problem on this map. Some dungeons you have just long... There's one with a long bridge across lava, and it's sort of a little... It's very thin, so it's quite good fun on a little fight out between and see who wins on that. But yeah, hopefully with all these halflings about with 6 armor and that wood elf catcher, he does not have that much armor. I should be able to clear the picture of any players really that he has to throw at me. Okay, so he's decided to pop that player there, which is perfectly reasonable. Oh, and there's a halfling there. How am I going to deal with that? Yeah, he tried to get in there and didn't make it, so... I kind of don't want to just sit here and, you know. So... What we'll do... We'll go a little optimistic and use the Berserker's Frenzy to put him in this pit. Or not, we'll just block him apparently. Which sort of renders that blitz a little pointless, except actually now I can get in here. And we'll place the catcher here just to try and annoy. These two are similar stats, he's just one more agility than this guy, and he's got sprint. So I don't want to do anything too stupid right now, but I might as well pick up the ball and start pushing forward. He's got past your hand, so it makes sense. And if we can get in behind... Oh, that's something you should always do. You should probably usually teleport in your players as much as you... At the first thing you do, really. And yeah, okay, I just teleported out his ogre, so that's great. His ogre's just landed over there. Now, why that's good? Well, it means that basically I can move this ogre. And I'm going to start pushing, if I can, I might try and get a Troll Slayer over there to assist with that. Let's just move the ogre up first. Again, I just want to really push on these guys, try and make them lose players, and then we'll bring this Troll Slayer up here because I'm not too worried about him attacking this player here. And if he does, then I can bring in another player from behind. So that ends my turn, and a nice little... I mean, I could have injured his ogre technically when I teleported onto that spot. But what I'm hoping is he does something like tries to attack here, and then maybe I get enough assists in just to push him into this lava, and that's an ogre completely gone. Something you can do is when one of your players get badly hurt or they get into badly hurt, or for example knocked out, you can use a magic sponge on them, which is a magic sponge there, which brings them back. Now he's just leaving these players here annoyingly, and he's leaving a catcher there, so I suppose he's going for the ball, which is annoying. And I only need to get the ball carrier out of that area, but catchers aren't too much of a concern for me because they're not. He's got halflings and catchers which just don't have the strength of either my ball carrier or my berserkers, and I've got block and everything, so that makes it quite nice. I suppose he could get a 1-die block on this player. But if he doesn't manage it... Oh, no, he's running off. Okay, so this might be my opportunity to get this player down into the... It could be a bit risky because I might need to use a reroll to push him in, and I might have to do it last because I'm thinking of doing a 2-die uphill block. But it should be good fun. Blood Bowl can be very, very based on luck. There's some things actually that can really screw you over. For example, in precarious positions, such as here, you have to roll a dice every time you make a block, throw, pass, catch, I think. And if you roll a 1, you'll fall into the lava and be lost forever. Now, I think he's just attacked my... and he re-rolled that, which is interesting, because that gives my ogre just a chance to smash on his player. Right. What that should allow me to do is now to bring enough players in, possibly, to assist in the block. Because I want to maximise my chances of my ogre not screwing up as badly as that. And I don't want to step near this chest, because if it goes off, then I could be looking at... well, it will be good, let's just put it like that. So if we put a player here, there's no real way of me making this work out well. But if I put this player here, which is actually really not a great place to put him because he could push me around, then I should... no, I can't just put him anywhere. Okay, so plans. Okay, I should walk into the dungeon first before I do anything again. That's not a bad place to walk. It means I can cover this direction. I'm sure he's looking for a quick steal or something, but... I'm going to move that player around there. Before doing anything like that, I'm going to send my berserker to try and make an attack on this little guy. Like a groin strain is good because it means that you can't magic sponge a groin strain because it's a sort of more permanent injury, so he's not going to be able to do anything about that. I think that's how it works. Now I'm going to try and get rid of this ogre. You know what? I'll take that. You can't really reroll that. That's a good roll for me. Obviously, the only thing that I would be not happy to get would be, for example, a red dice, solid red dice, which is 1. So anything but a 1 sort of counts on 2 dice. So it's two-thirds chance of succeeding in a block like that, actually. So a lot of people think, why are you doing a 2-die uphill block? But in those sort of scenarios, and especially where you've got the opportunity to push him off the edge, it's really kind of worth it. If he rolls Bonehead, great, I can start wailing on these players again. But really, I'm in... oh, he's going on the... uh-oh, that could be bad. Yeah, okay, well, he gave himself doing his turn. That player's there, so I could do picking up that ball now. That was actually quite a bad move by me. I should have considered that might happen. Let's just see if we can push. There you go. Right, this guy's not going to have anywhere to run. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's going to badly hurt, he will be able to magic sponge, so I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps that. He hasn't chosen whether to apothecary it or not. It doesn't really matter because he shouldn't, because he'll be able to magic sponge it in a minute. Okay. Right, so that's another SPP for my... ooh, we've gone up a level, finally. That'll be my first level up. And I'll bring in my final lineman. You can have tops 11 players on the field. I really want to do is I can bring this Troll Slayer around. Because he's got Dauntless, so obviously he'll be quite useful. I can bring this player around here and then start sending players up. Nah, my Ogre's got to roll Bonehead at some point, and I'm not too worried that he rolled it there. What we will do is we're going to try and frenzy this guy, so far so good, into this teleporter to see where he appears. There he goes. Oh, just appeared. Don't know why that happened. You could just. Oh, I don't know. He's there now, though. Okay, we'll put this player here to cover, and we've got an extra player around here. I want this Berserker to go up, so I'll pick up the ball with him. Also, it's got block and jump up. Yeah, I'll reroll that, because I don't want to risk it. Anyone else? Right. And then we should just keep the catcher here. Right, so far it's looking pretty good. You can look at how many players he's got in the dugout. He's got 4 halflings in the dugout. Not great, but he doesn't have any... So he's actually sort of down on players, and this is the problem with keeping free treatment at the back. I may not be able to get past him, but I've got all the time in the world to try and just take out his players and make sure that even if, you know, it doesn't matter, like, once unless I start losing players to dodges, like, the ball is, that players are eventually going to get through that line. There's only 3 of them. And all it takes is a good 2-die uphill block. There you go, he's beginning to fall back for some reason. Again, I'm not sure why, there's no reason for it. Other than to cover himself. I mean, it'd be nice to have a War Dancer so I could just leap over that, but I'm sure he wouldn't be doing this if he... Okay, so there you go. He's falling back to a ridiculously stupid position. Now, I just need to think, there's probably a good way of doing this. My most immediate thought would probably be to stand a player here, Ogre here, and then just see if I can fight my way through. So we can put that player there, that player there, and I'm in really no rush. I mean, these guys have even got Dauntless and block, so there's a good chance that the Troll Slayers could really put my chances up here. Now, if what I might do is I might try and put some linemen up just to see if I can tempt him to make some blocks, pull the tree men forward and make some blocks on me. But I can afford to waste 3 players back here doing nothing just because... I'm trying to look at my team. Yeah, I've got no one off the pitch, so I've got my entire team on at the moment, which is great. Just keep up the pressure. There's only so long I think those tree men are going to be able to stand firm and keep it together. All I have to do is just... I mean, worst case scenario is I could just crowd surf a player up into position. For example, get someone here, have him knocked down, then push one of my players or something. No, I don't know. It's a bit tricky, but at the same time, I can see myself. I'm the one with the ball. He has no players on the pitch. That's how I'm looking at this. I've got 2 players with Dauntless. He might be able to bring in a Hobbit. I think there's more chance of me breaking through his line than there is of his Hobbit taking down this Berserker. And he rolls that. It's a bit annoying because I want him to stand up. Maybe if I can... Well, first things first, let's get... See if we can use Mighty Blow on him. I mean, he's yet to do an injury, but it might happen. He just smacks him one. Okay, so... Oh, I can't put players there. That's a nuisance. It's just going to be a matter of trying to get through this line now. And it's just going to be a matter of easing open the line with my block players. And we'll foul. I know it's a bit cheaty, but he's sitting on the line being a nuisance. I'd rather foul, to be honest. And I might get Mike. And on the off chance I'll get this player ready to dodge through. Or rather would get this player ready to dodge through. So let's see how he reacts. He doesn't want to push forward. He just wants to sit there. Now, with Thick Skull, Dauntless Block, Frenzy, it's not perfect, but it could work. Like, I could probably get a good... Let's have a look. I forget how Dauntless works. If roll a d6 and add it to its strength. So I'd need to roll a... Yeah, I need to roll on a half chance. There's a half chance my control player rolls a 1 die block, and on the other half he rolls a 2 die uphill block. Oh, there we go. He's coming out. He smacked me one. This is a nuisance. I think he knows the problem. That's all right. I can just magic sponge that guy and bring him back. I mean, seriously, no rush to get in here. And also, he's going to have to either pull this entire line forward now, like this, to try and compensate. In which case, I can put someone here and start 1 die blocking my ogre. Or he could do that and make my life a bit easier. Because my frenzy might just push me through that line entirely, to the point where all I have to do is make a 1 die block. So yeah, if he leaves that there, that's perfect. Because all I need is a weak opponent who I can push through, who's that catcher, and then I can just push my way through the line. Yeah, he seems to have left there. He's probably... Okay, this is where my frenzy team is going to pay off and my berserker is going to do well. Come on, Zerk. Right, here we go. Worst case scenario, well, it's a bit risky, but it's a 2 die block. I just need to not hit him down in the first go, even if I do, actually. He's got dodge, so that's normal. Now, a yellow would be perfect. And I've broken through his line. All I need is a dodge. I make it. That's Dungeonbowl for you. It's 1 touchdown. It's a pretty intense game, and as you can see, he left a weak point in his barricade for a frenzy player to exploit. So that leaves me with a win, which is really good, because I like this team, and they're doing well at the moment. I think they lost 1 game because I had to abandon the game because of network issues. As you can see, it's quite different to Blood Bowl, and yeah, I find it quite good fun. I mean, that wasn't the greatest game ever, my opponent didn't give me an entirely amazing game, but it was still pretty fun, and we'll see what upgrades I can get on my team now. So yeah, to do it, it's not quite as simple as, yeah, see, Rainbow Wizards, Bright Wizards. I'm apparently rank 128, I don't know what that is, probably because there's not that many teams that are in ranked. Yeah, so both my Berserkers go up a level. I think a lineman might have earned, or Troll Slayers are looking like they might soon. Now, I'm trying to think what I want. Ooh. 6 and a 5. I could get him +1 agility. That would be awesome. I can't really turn down a +1 agility, so yeah. +1 agility for one berserker is nice. That means I have an agility 4 player, albeit a berserker. And the other one's just understandard. Right, so the problem with this game is you have to worry about lava traps. So it would be quite nice to give them maybe... I think I'm going to give my Troll Slayers Juggernauts, because there's those pesky players that have stand firm. And fend and stuff that will stop you blitzing them off, but with a frenzy player, Juggernaut is really good if you're intending to push them off. It may not, I don't really use it in Blood Bowl Legendary Edition, but Dungeon Bowl I can see it being extremely useful. So I'm tempted to take Juggernaut on my Troll Slayers who have Dauntless, but for these guys, I'm tempted to say Stand Firm is really good. Mighty Blow is also really good, but these... I think Stand Firm is a sort of essential first skill for my teams, because, you know, they're going to be in the forefront of the game, making a lot of... They're going to be up against... Basically, with these frenzy players, I intend to push other people off the edge. Now, with Stand Firm, I don't have to worry about that they're going to be pushed off the edge next time. So, the Stand Firm skill really is useful. I'd love my Ogre to pick up some SPP. My Catcher will pick up SPP when I want him to. It's just a matter of when I want to score with him. My Thrower's got 5 SPP for some reason. And my Trossers are doing alright. So yeah, you've got... I'll just quickly show you some... Oh, let's just see. Right, you've got Light Wizards, who are 16 Dwarves, 0 to 16 Halflings, and 2 Norse. Up to 2 Norse. These are all like whatever you want to pick, but you need a team of 11 to start. Bright Wizards, which is what I just played, Human, Dwarf, and Norse. And Rainbow Wizards, which is Wood Elf, Halfling, Human. The first one I mentioned is obviously the one, the 16, 6, 2. And they're pretty good fun. Yeah, and I've got a Rainbow Wizards team here, which is doing alright actually. It's got a level 3 Ward onto a Grab and Sidestep, a Catcher with Block, a Lineman with Sidestep, a Safe Throw Thrower, and a Stand Firm Ogre, which is, you know, pretty good. You can't complain about that team, so they're doing alright. So yeah, right. I think that's it for now. So until next time, enjoy, and I'll bring you more Dungeon Bowl and Blood Bowl videos soon. Laters.